Hello, 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 everybody. Let me know if you guys can hear and see me okay. I'm hoping that you can. I see my little bar moving, but before I get to going too far, let me know if you can see and hear me. Okay, I'm going to assume because I haven't seen that anyone respond yet that you guys can hear me. Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. The first, I'm going to say the first Friday. Is it the first Friday of the year? Look, I'm so discombobulated. I don't even know. But today is the 10th. So happy Friday, guys. If you don't know who I am your girl, Sassy. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I am your girl, Sassy of Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter. And no, it's not my typical day to come in live with you guys, but I had to finish this temperature quilt. So I'm going to finish it with you. Let me tell you where I am in the process of finishing it, and then we'll go ahead and get started. Before I do that, I want to say hello to Donnell, who's in the chat. We have Crystal in the chat. We have Lou Ann in the chat. Thank you guys so much for letting me know that you guys can see and hear me. So, and there's others I can see who's just viewing and not wanting to participate in the chat, and that is okay too. So I'm going to change cameras and we're going to go ahead and get started because you know your girl starts so slow. She's so slow. So I really want to finish this on today. Okay. I am on the very last row, starting the very last row. I have all my blocks, as you can see, already cut out, already trimmed. I am adding the sashing piece to all of the blocks. And hunty, we about to finish this thing, okay? And I'm doing something a little bit different with this quilt because it actually stopped on December 27th. And I'm like, well, what happened to the last 4 days of the year? We just can't leave them hanging. I mean, why go through all that if you're not going to include all the days? So, what you had the option of doing, though there was no instruction on it, you can add those last blocks to the back of your quilt, but I am going to incorporate them in the front of my quilt top as I'm not gonna say cornerstones, but they'll be like cornerstones of the quilt. And I say that because you know the cornerstones are like your outside four blocks. I didn't want because these are triangles, I didn't want two of the sides being left open to being stretched and stuff like that. So I'm putting all four on the inside and then I was surrounded. I know I did a horrible job explaining it, but I'm gonna show it to you as I go along, okay? Hey Sheila. I hope I said your name right. But yeah, so yes, I am finishing up this quilt. I am doing this. I decided to come on earlier on today because you guys already know we have the Donna and Becca coming on in the evening, and I do not want to interfere with their stuff. Not that, not that I am interfere worthy, okay? I just didn't want to interfere with their things because I know that can be frustrating for content creators. They have a set time and all that kind of stuff, I just don't want to do that because I'm hoping to be able to enjoy them myself on this evening. I'm not interfering with nothing. But guys, how have your Friday gone so far? Mine, I went to the grocery store earlier today, and that is because we have a storm coming in, y'all. We have a storm, and it's your girl wasn't playing. I had to get me some water, and I was in bacon. But I got a whole bunch of other stuff too. But my goal was water, cat food, and bacon. I was not gonna live without it. Not this time. Not going through this storm. I was gonna be one unhappy camper. Hey, Andrea. Thank you so much for coming, hon. Hey, Courtney. Yes, honey, your child trying to get this temperature quilt done. And I did end up having to go to the fabric store this morning because my background fabric, it was I'm gonna be 9 inches short. 9 inches. So I had to go, and I was like, it's my favorite background fabric. So I went ahead and got, 3 yards of it because I know it's going to go in the background of another quilt. I just know it. I just know it. So I went ahead and got a couple yards of that. And then as I was leaving, I turned to look at the machines because it's the one girl who works there. We're really, decent friends. And she was like, "Oh, I got a new machine. I got a new machine. And I love it." And I'm like, "Girl, I bet you do. Didn't you just get a new machine a couple years ago?" That kind of thing. Well, who am I to talk? Who am I to judge? We listen and we don't judge, okay? So she got this new brother something. It's huge. I'm like, girl, I don't even have the wherewithal for that, okay? She's like, I am going to have to she's going to take that one home. No, she has one at home and she has one at the shop so she can sew one so she didn't have to bring her machines back and forth. Which I understand that. I understand that wholeheartedly. I want to look at, they have the table for my embroidery machine. Yeah, and she told me the price. I was kind of, I'm like, dang God. Look, how can I make one? How can I make one? Because Jiminy Crickets, that's a lot of do re mi. Ended up with another 2 inches of snow, and kiddos had no school due to ice and sleet. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Are you able to get into your studio, your shop to sew though? I hope so. We're getting it tonight. And they had already they started salting the roads on yesterday. I go to the grocery store, people are complaining. It's the liquid ice, the icer that they put down there. And folks are complaining how it's gonna mess up their brakes and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, listen here. I can deal with I'm hoping I can deal with replacing some brakes, but dang gone. I don't want to replace no life. You can't replace a life. Let them folks put that mess down there. People are always gonna have something to complain about. Always, always, always. You just gotta figure out what you're gonna listen to, I guess. And I have been dealing with dry skin. This is the first year that if you were on my not this past Tuesday. I'm seeing something. Not this past Tuesday, but several other lives ago, I was talking about I had a sore throat and all that kind of stuff. And to come to find out, it's this dry heat in our house because we had propane. Honey, it was doing a work on my throat, okay? But this dry weather is doing a work on my skin. I have never had issues with dry skin. My skin, it can stay moisturized. Okay, this winter, honey, I can't buy enough bottles of Vaseline and oil, cocoa butter, Vaseline oil to save my life. I'm like, goodness gracious. I mean, my skin is just like it's like drinking it in like no tomorrow. So you guys out there who deal with chronic dry skin, what do y'all do? I need to know because I'm not used to this at all. At all. It's crazy. And you guys come in, don't be afraid to chat because I'm gonna be here a minute. I'm gonna be here a minute. Come on in and chat with your girl. Okay. I have them. Let's see here. 8. And I'm just putting my stuff together. This little last row. Guys, this has been the year for this. This process has been absolutely, you know what? It's been fun. It has been really, really fun to do this. Now, will I do it again? No. Wasn't that dang on fun. But I really did enjoy the whole sew along. I'm glad it's coming to an end for me. I know there are people who have already finished theirs and they're like, yes. Even Donna Quilt got hers quilted, bound, and all the whole shebang. Honey, I can't wait. Hey, Rico. That's my brother in the chat. Crystal says, how have you been feeling, Sassy girl? Um, I had a bad day earlier this week. But overall, I'm seeing the progression upward. Now, I did talk about on Tuesday how things is going to look different for me here on the channel. 15, 16, hold on one second. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. Okay. 10, 11. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to make sure that these were back in order the correct way. Um, how things is going to look different for me here on the channel, and that's because I just can't. I have to. It's taking too long for me to come out of this. So I'm just gonna have you guys watch that video. But in short, my scheduling is definitely gonna change here on YouTube, so I can make sure that I come back strong and healthy for you guys. Hey, Zandra. What size are these blocks? 3x3? Child. I know, 3x3. And their foundation I did the option to foundation paper piece. These are the blocks from the Fat Quarter Shop 2023 Temperature Quilt that they did. And I just did it in the year as a sew along for 2024. But this year was a leap year. Well, not this year. Last year was a leap year. And we had to add that day in the in the proper order. So went ahead and did that. and it turned out nice. It everything turned out nice where I'm glad that I didn't have just 3 blocks, but because the now originally that if it would have been just the 3 blocks, the fourth block I could have made a tiny label, but now I can make a larger label on to go on the back of the quilt, and I'm going to include my date range. So people, when they look at this quilt, they'll understand what the different colors meant and all that kind of stuff. So I'm looking forward to um doing that. Do I have a clue yet as to how it's gonna look? No, because I use 10 different colors, and that meant I'm going to somehow have to do like a check, a colored box or a square or whatever on the back of the quilt so I can let people know, like, oh, this green is for what was my green in the 40s, you know what I mean? Because if not, people are not going to know what these colors represent. So I gotta let them know. I gotta let them know. We put the plastic up. We had to go ahead and close in the run because of the sleet and snow that's supposed to be coming heading our way. Enrico, if you are on the road, please be careful. Please be careful. He is a semi driver, and I want my brother safe while he's out there on that road. So please be careful. But yeah, no, we had to cover the run with plastic, and that was to help keep them away from the drafts, the cold, the freezing rain that's gonna be, coming in with the sleet and all that kind of stuff. So I'm hoping that it protects them some, and I'm hoping they have the sense enough to take their high parts. If they can't hang, go inside the coop. You got a whole inside that you can be in, but they're chickens. I doubt seriously they're gonna do that. So I can only hope for the best. I can only hope for the best for them. People tell me they're not the smartest of the bunch, chickens, but I don't know. Okay, we are getting there. I had to find my rhythm of how I'm gonna put these things together, these rows together. Okay, let me see. This is the end. 25. Okay, I can add you right here. And I just gotta add this row together. Add these blocks together, and this last row will be complete. So far, I have been coming good at everything being equal, but I'm way past trying to make everything having to be 1,000% square, starting over every 5 minutes. I don't have it in me. And being this close to the end, I'm like, I'm ready to see this sucker done. Now, is that saying that I don't want it to look as nice as I can make it? No, that's not what it's saying. But what I'm saying is I'm not gonna stress over something that's an eighth of an inch and less off. I'm just not gonna do it. I hope you guys are not putting that kind of stress on yourselves when you're quilting. It's not worth it. You will lose out on all the fun and all the joy when it comes to quilting. My brother is saying, I'm in North Carolina, about 3 hours away. These people are taking forever. Tell them I said hurry up. You go in there and say, my sister said hurry up. And let me know how far that get you. That should get you in right away. Because when you say sister, that carries some weight. People probably like, man, you better go tell your sister where to go and how to get there. Donnell, what are you working on, hon? And Luann, what are you all, Krista, what are you all working on? Zandra, what are you guys working on today? I am just trying to get this baby done. Courtney, what are you working on? Let's see here. I'm getting it close. I'm getting so close I can almost turn on my iron. You want get me locked up? No, I don't want to get you locked up. I just want them to hurry up so you can get on out of there. You just gotta you just gotta tell them I say it. I always I always can't wait for the projects to get done. The process of making the quilt seems like it takes a long time. I know, right? I know. And then it's bad enough I chose to go the foundation paper piecing route with this quilt because you know what I got to do after I'm done? I pull all this paper. Now, I was doing it like row by row, so I would know what row I was in. But now I'm at the point now where I think I have papers only in the last 3 rows, so it's not like it's the whole quilt that I have to take the papers out, but it's still a long process. It's still a long process. Okay, 2 more. You see my row growing. And but honestly, if I would have kept up with every single day, this project probably wouldn't have been like terribly bad. But it's hard when you can't keep up with the days and then you're trying to play catch up on days. And honey, that has been a roller coaster for me because every time I catch up, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stay caught up. Life got the life in. And you can't. And then I couldn't keep up. But that's what days like this are for. You can just go ahead and take the time that you need to go ahead and finish these projects. And I have several projects that I have yet to finish. Hey, Janine. Yeah, I have several projects I have yet to finish. The jelly roll quilt that I started with Becca for the Jelly Roll Day. Was it a Jelly Roll National Quilting or whatever Jelly Roll Day? I have to finish that one. My row is now complete. All put together. Now I'm just gonna do a little bit of pressing on it so I can go ahead and add it to the quilt. I am doing good. How about you? Come bail me out. Oh, I can't. I don't bail people out now. I don't do canteen money. I don't do none of that. He said, I'm doing good, baby girl. Today is a good day. Today is a good day. How are you, hon? Are you guys out of school for today? Do you guys getting inclement weather your way? Nothing much, just working while watching our girl Sassy. Going okay here. I had one or two of the grandsons for 2 days. He wasn't feeling well. Oh, poor guy. I hate when the littles aren't feeling well. It's hard. It's hard to parent, grandparent, anything. It's just hard, especially if you're the one taking care of them. Because they get irritable so quick, and you really don't, they don't they don't even know how to express, themselves all that well in the first place, and then put a sickness on top of it. Poor guy. Okay, here I just said, bruh, what? What's wrong with you? I have 5 quilt tops that need to be sandwiched together, honey. Do you see all these back here? They all need to be sandwiched together. I really love the piecing the best. You know what? I think that's probably my favorite one too. She said, "No, I had a snow day yesterday. Back to normal today. I'm just between routes, heading back at 1:30." Oh, okay. Crystal sound like Rico is a troublemaker. Yes, my brother is a troublemaker, but he's he's not a troublemaker. When you see his sign is a Leo, and so that's the lion. He's tough. He's a tough guy. Yes, he's a problem solver. So he thinks I am, but he is. When I need him, like I did last week, when I need this guy, I only had to buy Rico. I need your help, and he is Johnny on the spot. So I love me some Rico, and yes, he's a thorn though too sometimes because he could get stubborn, just like his big sister. Life does be life. Hey, Deborah. She said for sure. I'm still working on her temperature quilt. It will be a while before I can get back to it, as I have a broken bone in my hand. Oh my gracious! I hope the healing process is going well for you, though. Janine says I'm excited. Richard put up some shelves in my new sewing room. I can't wait to see more pics. Yeah, give Rico a hard time. Gotta love him. He on a road, so he needs some entertainment anyway. So, okay, let's go ahead and add this row. And what I do is I lay it out because it's a little sashing piece in between. Like, let me see, where is the camera? See, this piece right here is a sashing piece, this piece right here. And as you can see, I have my paper on these rows right here. I'll make sure I'm at the top, dag nabbit. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is take my next row and clip it. I just got to make sure I'm going the right direction. I had a piece of, and I have my little wonder clips right here. And I'm going to clip this baby to it. Now, what I'm doing, because I just didn't want to use pins. I just didn't feel like getting stuck. And I clip the one end, and then I go down to the other end, and I clip this end because what I'm going to do is work, just in case I have to work in the this top piece, which is the piece that the row that I'm adding. And I just pin like every other square, so I can make sure that I don't have a gap. Oh my gosh, that fits good. This is a good row. Now let's see if it sews this way though. Now that's the thing. Is it gonna sew this way for me? Okay, let me go ahead and clip. Who y'all? When I tell you, if I wasn't like 100% vested in this thing right here, I'ma tell you, those last four days wouldn't be on here. It wouldn't be on here at all. But your girl is vested. I'm vested in it. I'm vested in it. She said, I think I get lost with so many pieces. Don't listen to her. I'm a teddy bear. Oops. With sharp claws and teeth. Yeah, you're a teddy bear, all right. It's going to be a beautiful quilt. Thank you guys so much. Hey, Tammy. Yes, it is, Janine. She said it's going to feel like a weight that's lifted off when I'm done. I believe that, child. Woo! Because these things right here. Oh, yeah. Okay, so the clipping went well. Went well. So now only thing I have to do is get the sewing. Bringing this quilt up to the top. Hey, Janice. How are you doing, girl? Okay, wait a minute. Am I right? I'm making sure I'm starting in the right position. And I'm gonna leave my papers on for that row, so I can, you know how it has the border to sew on, because that's what I'm going to be using to sew. Make sure I'm staying on the right line to sew. So that is good for moi. And let me change my stitch because it don't have to be so tiny anymore. It doesn't have to be tiny now. I can stitch with a normal stitch length. Okay, now we cooking. What do you guys do with your patterns after you finish? Especially if you printed it out, or do you just keep them? For some reason, I keep them. I don't know why, but I want to break myself from that because that's more space I can be using for something else. You know what I mean? I don't know why it is I feel the need that I need to keep the pattern. And then I'm like, well, if people see me do it, do they necessarily want it? And then I'm like, oh, they could be great giveaway gifts or whatever. No, I don't know. Because I'm getting to the point now, I'm like, all of it gotta go. It's all gotta go. Look at this thing. It is massive. It is so big. Now, I can tell you right now because this is a lot of white. I can't see this quilt going on. It might be like on a couch or on a rack, but to be used, give me a couple of years with it, and then I might change my mind. But I have learned that I can't have a quilt with a lot of white background in it that I am going to use, especially on my bed. I use too many body oils. Janice says she keeps them in a binder, but I know I will not be making them again. I know that's my thing. That's what I'm doing. I keep them in a binder because if someone says, "Oh, do you have?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I have it." Da 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 da. But I'm like, okay, can't you copy it and put it in on a hard drive? You know what I'm saying? But no, I'm keeping like the actual paper of it. I'm like, look now. And then when it comes to honestly, also when it comes to paper, I am quick, not when it's on digital, I am quick to forget what I have. So I don't know. I'm torn. You might want to make it again. So have you to do is to go back and find the pattern that you used before. That's right. Thought about giving them away as well. Next level would not be printing them out, right? And that's what I'm doing with that one jelly roll quilt that I was working on. I didn't even print it out because the instructions were so one. It was all on one page. So I felt like there was no point. The only thing I had to do is um look at the phone or my tablet. Who y'all? If I would have ran out of thread and I kept on sewing, I would have been hot. That's the only thing I don't like about this machine. It don't tell me when I run out of thread. Now my I just lost my top. I just lost my top thread. Of course that would happen. Of course. Mm-hmm. Okay. I have to make sure that didn't look right going in. Okay, gotta rethread my needle. Come on now, don't do that. Okay, come here, go there, go here. Now, any other time, I can just zoom and do this. They know I have a deadline. Well, not a deadline. They know that I'm trying to accomplish something right now, and it wants to be a behind. What in the world? Have mercy. This is nothing but irritating. I was gonna say nothing but the devil, but it's just irritating. Okay. You know what? Let me cut this thing because there it is. Just it required some patience. Something that I'm running short on. Something that I'm running short on. It just required some patience. Okay. Okay. Especially getting down to the last nitty gritty, and all of a sudden this thing want to act up. No, that's not how we do that. I have a 2T Google Drive that I save all my patterns, and I have a filing system. I only print them if I need to write on the pattern. Otherwise, I just read from my computer. All right. If I am doing FPP, I only print one copy of the FPP part and then make copies as I need them for the project. Yeah, I'm with Janice. I'll eventually get there. I get it. Because I do like to write on my stuff. I do like to write on my patterns, especially if I'm tweaking it or if I am having trouble understanding a part and I need to take notes on it, or I even write like memory stuff down on there, not, on the pattern that, especially if I'm doing it with somebody, I'll write on the pattern like who I did it with and um, what that block, how to make that block, especially if it's a difficult block, things just to help me, make the process a little bit smoother. So yeah, I enjoy writing on my patterns. And I even write, I'm so sorry to say, I even write in my books, especially I annotate in my books and stuff that I'm reading. Oh, it's so good. And in fact, I'm just about to start reading or listening. I think I'm going to listen to this one, but I also read at the same time. I'll read them at the same time as I am um, listening to them. The book is called Ahoyti. It's the book, the story of Tamar in the Bible. So I'm looking forward to reading this one. And I think it's by, let me see, I wrote her name down, by Miriam Vamash and Eva Everson or Evenson. Everson, I think it is. So I'm looking forward to starting that book. This quilt top is technically done. So what I'm going to do now is, I know not. I do know that I want to put these are my 4 cornerstone pieces right here. So it's 28. I'm going to put 28, 29, 30, and 31. Okay. So on this front side, okay, so on this side right here, I will have to I already measured this front side and it said it was like 77 and a 77 and a quarter. So what I'm doing right now is just measuring, dry measuring how much I'm going to need, because math and quilting is not my forte. So I can't tell you what I need and all that kind of stuff because I don't know. I have to wing this part as I go. Okay, so this is going to take 1, 2, I'm just going to do 3. I have to sew these ends together. Sew these babies together. And of course, my hold on 1 second. I have to get my rotary cutter because it's all the way on the other side of the room. Give me a second. Do I have a ruler over here? Because I know I took my stuff and took it with me. Okay. Okay. Guys, you know what this winter, because it has been cold. Your girl had these fleece bottoms. They're more than for just relaxing. I'm gonna tell you, I use these as to go over my pants because your girl be so cold. I use them to go over my pants, y'all. When I go outside, I'm like, yeah, no, y'all can't freeze me. This one it is nothing worth looking that dang on cute for. Shucks. This weather is not playing. Not playing with me, no way. Okay, so what I'm doing now is doing just like binding strips, but I'm doing my side borders. I'm making 3-inch border because my pieces are 3 inches. Okay. What I'm looking for now, I'm thinking I can eyeball it. I don't know if I'm going to be good at it. I don't know if I'm going to be good at it. Okay, wait a minute. Did I miss something? Because you have to send me that title. Sounds like one that I would like to read. I sure will, Janine. Andrea, I'm sorry to hear that. She said she lost a lot of her stuff through Harvey, and Harvey wasn't that long ago. If I'm thinking of the right one. Janice says she's in the middle of studying the women in the Bible. Yes, yes. I have several books on women in the Bible, and I love to just like occasionally, read up on them because some of them, have been, instrumental in our history as a people. You know, Thank you, Janice. I have a ton more working on, and the Lord has blessed me long enough with a long enough life to finish them all. Yes, making sure that this is the right way before I cut it. I am wondering if this is too bright of a light, and I need to see, so that's why I have my light on right here because sometimes I don't. My vision gets compromised, especially when I'm not feeling that well. But today I'm feeling good. Okay, just do that little, trim that little dog ear, and then I have one more. Let me put my iron back on. That's one thing about this Iron Man. I love it, but it can't stand it because at the same time, because once it clicks off, it'll click off. I'm like, I need you to stay your butt on. Okay, that's down, and then no. You're up. You gotta make sure it's facing the right way. Make sure everything is facing the right way. Pin it so it can stay together. This is the first time, and see, I'm probably about to jinx myself. My first time My first time sewing, and I'm actually hitting my marks without marking it. And I mean, 3 inches shouldn't seem that far off, but trust me, when your vision is going like this most of the time, yeah, trust me, I can sew a circle and think it's a straight line. Oh, okay, it's doable. Look, it's staying because I'm trying to get this thing done. Not the perfectly straight, but it's straight. It's straight enough. It's going to be straight enough. Okay, let me flip this little end piece right here. This little dog ear. Put that over there. Let me. Oh, I'm so excited about this. Just got to put these borders on. And when I tell you your girl is going to be done with this quilt top, I mean it. What side do you want to go on? Okay, just sewing down my seams for when I put this baby together. She says, think it's about 6 years ago. It's been tough since then. My husband has had 2 heart attacks. The house we moved in had a fire in the attic and we had to move again. Been here 3 years and had a direct hit from barrel, but we survived. Laugh all out. We are tough old birds. Girl, I can't laugh at that one. Shucks. Jeez. Heading out. Have a great day, everyone. Happy to see you back, Stephanie. Be safe, everyone. You too. Be safe, Janice. Thank you so much for coming. I do appreciate it. Okay, we are down to, so I'm going to put on my first one. And what I'm doing is, and I'm certain, girl, if you don't sew this thing on the right side, I'm certain someone can be saying, Stephanie, you could, this way is going to be so much easier if you just did it this way. I, I bet you're right. I bet you're right. But I just needed to get this piece right here started. Okay. Because what I was going to do is sew it down, but I can't do that. Because if I just go ahead and sew it, I might be putting it out of, it's not 1,000% square or square-ish. It'll put it out of square-ish. So what I'm going to do is, I know I said it's 77 1/4, so that should be 74 1/4 that is left. And I need to take 3 off again. So that will leave me down to 71 1/4, but actually 71 1/2. I should be able to now cut this side piece 71 1/2 because I have this piece. Now I cut this down to 71 1/4 and then add my other quote unquote cornerstone to it. It should get me to the, okay, let me think for a second, I should say. It started at 77. I really didn't take that. I think I need to cut it 74 1/4. Yeah, I'm sorry. I need to cut it 74 1/4. 74 and a half. I got it now. 74 and a half. Cut it 74 and a half. And then add that piece to it. Phew, I had to think, y'all. I had to think. Now, how I'm going to do it. I am going to have to step over to my side there for a second so I will know where I need to cut it. So give me 1 second. I'm going to step off camera. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right here. You can hear me, but you just won't be able to see me. That's all. You just won't be able to see me. And then, oh Lord, I had a rotary cutter over here that was not closed. Shame the shame. Quilt math is not my forte. And some of y'all can just rattle this stuff off like it is no tomorrow. The blessings. The blessings. Okay, 36 and 36 is 72. I need a pen. I need pens at my cutting station. $72. 73. 2. 73. 74. Right here. Okay. Oh, it's right in the middle of a seam. I don't like that. That is the first time that has ever happened to me in quilting. Let me show you my problem. Now I can take this off and sew it to the other end to see if it'll happen again. But when I did the 74, this is 72 where I have the pin, and 74 and a half is right in between this seam right here. So let me unsew this. This is so much, you know what I mean? It's so much like it was just too easy. It was just too easy. Come on. It was just too easy. How many rows are in your quilt, Sassy? Because the rows are technically columns, and it was a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 rows, and between each row is a sashing. Okay, let's try putting it at this end and hoping for the best. Let me put it at this end and hope for the best. Okay. My daughter just texted me, told me her job is closed today. They just closed their office, the subway. And she had requested to, well, no, someone requested to switch days with her. Now, the day that she switched for, they'll be closed. Well, the guy, he wanted to switch. He wanted to switch. He wanted to work some. He wanted her to work for him tonight. He wanted to go to a party. Okay, let's see now if this works. Let me grab another pen just in case I need one. Okay, wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck. Because I would hate to have to let that roll. I wouldn't know what to do. I just wouldn't know what to do. Okay, this is 36. Here is 72. And look, oh, thank you, Lord. That just worked out. Wait a minute, did my pen move? 2. Let's do 74. 2, 3, 4 and a half. Okay. Oh, come on. Okay. Got this one. We have this one. Let's put this one at the end. Okay. I'm just going to make sure that I have this positioned correctly. And I do. Now this is going to let me know if I did this right with the quilt math. Because if I didn't, at least I know I have enough of the white to trim it down to make it right. We shall see, shall we? Okay. So that means this is the front and this is the top, meaning this is the, yep, right here. Okay, let's do the clipping again. Let's see how far we get. Let's see how far we get. Even though I know I wanted to finish this on a live, I am at a very, very comfortable spot, but I can keep on going. I don't have nothing else to do today. Put this at the bottom here. Clip the bottom. Clip the middle. I think it's just a little, well, maybe, I don't know. Let's see. Is it going to stretch? I think I'm over just a little bit on the white, which is okay because I still have to give in for some stretch. So if I have to take the bottom one off and recalculate, I will do that. But it's all good. It's going to be anyway. Okay, let's get this sewing. One of four borders going on. Let's get this baby started. I probably should have made all my strips. I made this hard on myself because I'm doing one border at a time. Well, I know that I can make these two borders. The first two borders have to be done individually because of the measurement. But the last two borders, I'm going to make them all at once. So, and then what I'm going to do is make sure that I stretch this a little bit because I have more of the top. Come on. And what I'm running into right now is the flipping of the seams. So I want to make sure that these seams are not flipping on me when it's going over my needle plate. The seams are seeming to want to flip. And that's because the needle plate is not flush. It's not flush with the bed of the machine. Making sure I'm still good with thread. Woo! How was your, hey Teresa, how was your date day? Oh, it was so nice. It was so nice. We went to a place called Yoder's, which is a Dutch restaurant where they just serve breakfast. If you're not there by a certain time, honey, it is good as it's over. They close early. They do not play when it comes to their time. So if we went to breakfast, and oh my God, it was amazing. I had French toast. I mean, they do their own everything, like their own seasonings, their own, they have chickens for eggs. They even had peacocks. I hope I won't eat no peacock egg, but I don't know. I wouldn't know because I sure enough when I went out to go look at the chickens, I didn't see none out there. I was like, you know. And I didn't want to get too close to them anyway. If they did have chickens out there, though that they keep them in a run, in a in a locked up, and if they don't just walk around, I have to be very very mindful of going to other properties that have poultry due to the fact of the avian bird flu, and I don't want to bring anything or introduce any kind of germ or disease over to their flock, even though I don't have anything over here. And I sure enough don't want to go nowhere and bring it back home to my flock. So you just got to be really mindful. And so I'm glad I didn't see anything out there because I would have been like, oh my God, it's so cute, or whatever. Now, what I did see, y'all, because they make buildings and sheds and stuff like that too there. Oh, my dream, a dream greenhouse. Oh my gosh, I absolutely loved it. But yeah, the and then we came home, we rested, we watched what movie did we watch? And we were like The Piano Lesson by Denzel Washington was one of the producers of it. Oh my goodness, I was like, you know what? I'm not really into kind of movies like this, but it was it was interesting. I'm gonna put it that way. And we laughed a lot watching it. But it had if you're into um ancestral spirits and stuff like that, if you're not into that, you're not gonna want to watch that because it can be pretty scary for some. So, but I not that I was into it. It was just that I'm like, oh, I've been, how you see a picture, the thumbnail of the picture or the movie. I'm like, oh, okay, I might want to see that. And you see the advertisements, the trailers for it, and I'm like, oh, I want to see that. And that's how that was. So, and I had already started it, and I was like, and it was kind of slow, and I was like, yeah. So I didn't finish it, but then I was like, you know what? That's still in the queue. Let me go ahead and finish that thing out. Guys, I hit this one right on the money. My good math was mathing. Okay, we got one side. Hi, Siberian Wind. We got one down. Hey, Ian. We got one down. I'm back quilting while I am listening. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it, honey. You just working here. I'm just trying to finish this quilt top. Let's see, what was it say right here? Get around the problem by putting the border on the bottom and the quilt on top so you can see my seam and hold them down as I go over them. You know what? That's what I could do that too. I might try that on the other one because um I still had I'm so used to sewing on the papers and I have the paper on the bottom and the top. I don't know why at this moment because I could technically take them off. Okay, now let's measure this other side. Now this other side better be the same. It better be the same. Shucks. If it's not, oh well, we gonna make it the same. Okay. Let's get this baby measured. It should be the same. But do you think I'm going to be the one to keep sitting out here sewing and ain't either? Come on. Okay. Just knowing that I am about done with this project. Woo, woo. I'm just taking my tape measure, running it down and making sure. I am, how in the world am I a whole 2 inches off? Have mercy. Let me, and I know I probably was, oh, the paper, you know what? The paper is off on this one side versus this not on, off on this other side. I wonder if that has a lot to do with it. I bet you that has a lot to do with it. And I'm not going to sit here and take the time to take the papers out. $77.25. That's going to be, how is that going to be? That's going to be a lopsided quilt. It's going to be off by 2 inches. What in the world? Marie Flowers. Hi, Stephanie. How are you doing? Are you doing the murder mystery this year? Cha. I ain't even finished the one from last year. That's another thing on my list to do. I want to, but I'm not. No, I'm not, because I haven't finished the one last year, to be honest. Not a problem. Thank you so much, Crystal, for coming. I'm probably sure you're already gone. Um, yeah. So what? You know what? I'm just gonna roll with this. I'm just gonna roll with this. I'm just gonna roll with this. I don't know how. I don't know what to do in this moment, and I'm not taking anything apart. I'm not taking anything apart, and I'm thinking it's because the paper is off on the one side and it's not off on this new side that I just did. And I'm wondering, did the other side get stretched just a little bit, these 2 inches, from the weight of it and all that kind of stuff? And if that happened, of course, the it's going to change. I don't know what to do. And again, I do not want to sit here and take the time to take that paper off. What am I going to do, y'all? What should I do? What would you do? Well, at least I'm getting my seams right for this part. Cause your girl is struggling. Other than that, what am I going to do? The other possibility is A miss is a miss sashing. I would take the paper off and or you might get some puckering. Okay, you know what my thing is, the one side was, oh, you talking about when I go to quilt it? The one side when I measured it and just sewed on that first border was 77 1/4. Now this other side is measuring 75 1/4. Well, actually 75 1/2. So I was okay with, it being off a 1/4 inch, but 2 inches? That's a lot of inches. I enjoy reading the mystery and guess the correct person. You did. I was disappointed in the final design, but it seemed a lot of people liked it. Oh wow. I'm not gonna lie to you, Marie. I hadn't I think I'm on 6. I haven't been able to touch it because I just hadn't been down here in the studio. But I did write it down today. I wrote down my jelly roll, and my murder mystery quilt is something that I would like to, have caught up. I'm not going to say by the end of the month because that's just not going to happen. Definitely by end of February, I would like to have those 2 quilts done. I'm looking forward to rereading the story because I really did get into it. That one character, I forget his name, who's like, but you didn't get it from me, that guy. He was funny to me. So I'm looking forward to definitely picking it up and reading it, um, and trying to figure out who it is, even after the fact. The last time I was horrible at guessing who it was. That's a lot for just stretch. Okay, she said that's a lot for just. I didn't worry about my rows lining up. My quilt will likely not be square. Ask me if I care. Girl, that's where I am right now. She said I will not be doing it again this year because I have too much I like to finish this year. Marine, that's where I am too. Like, do you see all these quilts right here? The tops are done, but I need to quilt them. And I just don't want to start. Did I start anything new this year? Well, no, I've been working on this one. The only thing new that I'm starting this year is starting a something that I have never done, which is to repair. So that's why I'm trying so hard to finish this quilt today. Most likely it will not be on a live because I've been keeping y'all too long. Unless y'all want me to continue, we just go ahead and knock these 3 things out. These 3 things out. I just don't know what I'm gonna do with this dang on thing. If I take this paper out, maybe it'll stretch. Maybe she said that's a lot of stretch. Do you have space to lay it out to see if something stands out? Um, yeah, but it's not in my vicinity. I can lay it out on my um across our living room floor. Like you said, that is a lot. That is a lot of stretch. I agree with you on that. And I just wanted so badly for it to be me to do it here on a live. You know what I'm saying? I really wanted to be done. Mm-mm. But it might just have to be you go see. I'll take pictures of it and put it in a community post. You know what I mean? within the next couple of hours because I'm not leaving this studio until this is done today. I'm too close. I'm too close. I'm hoping to be able to do Tammy's temperature quilt this year. That way I can knock two things off my bucket list at a time, a temperature quilt and a double wedding ring quilt. Now I would love to do one of those. And Tammy's doing a temperature quilt. What? I have to hurry back to work. I had to head back to work. Best wishes on your finish. Thank you. Look forward in the community chat and on the page. I'm sure now. That's about 3% across the length. You got enough experience. You should see it immediately. Okay, thank you, girl. Look, we talking about my experience, and we. You talking about my experience, honey? All my experience has done gone to, you know what is getting done. But no, I was saying, yeah, I'm gonna lay it out on the floor, and you guys will. I will show it in the community chat. I might even I'll do a short when it's all complete, so you guys can see it, the whole thing. Um, I am doing a quilt repair, something that's new to me. I've never done one before. I have been researching it, and I have fallen in love with the possibility of knowing that I can not so necessarily make something new look new again, but just the idea of doing it. It's called Temperature Rings. What's the channel? My first live will be My first live with it is tomorrow afternoon. Oh, okay. Your channel. You're doing it Siberian Wind? I get my SS check today, and that is the first thing on my list is to purchase Tammy. Okay, Tammy is Siberian. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so lost. And I don't know why I didn't think that was forgive me. And it's tomorrow at what time? It's tomorrow afternoon. I'm gonna check. Is it already scheduled? If it's scheduled, I'm about to make sure that I want to be there. Siberian Wind, Tammy. Temperature Rings, honey. I can tell you, I can come out there to support you, but as far as doing, we won't. I'm gonna be there to root you on. Wrote the pattern, lived it all 2024. What? But you know what? You're good at saying I don't get to hang out much. Not a problem. I don't have it scheduled yet. Got to see when I get done quilting this plaid quilt first. Okay. Do me a favor though. Hit me up and let me know. Um, the You can check out one of the links below. You can either on Instagram or that's I follow mostly Instagram, or you can put it out on the page or something like that. Just let me know. But what I could do is pick a day out of the year. I mean, each month, like the 27th, and just make a short version of it. Like, since the 27th is my birthday, whatever the temp is on that day, I can do that for one day of the month. And that way I can still participate. It depends on what how it will do. How the overall, what the full pattern look like. So, and I definitely got to get that pattern for you too, from you too. So, guys, that's what I'm going to do. I am going to go lay this dang on quilt out to see where it's a little bit wonky at. And I have a feeling it is because I don't have the paper off on that one side. And I believe that once I take the paper off, it will give me the stretch that I might need. I doubt it, but I can see where I'm gonna have to do some nipping and tucking because your girl is gonna finish this today within the next couple of hours. Okay, So that is what I'm about to do. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for coming with me. I just knew that we were going to finish this on a live, but that's okay. I'm finishing it today. You guys will see a short on it or something in the next couple of hours because your girl is about to fix this. She's about to fix it. So I'll talk to you guys real, real soon. Love you, love you, love you. And I see you when I see ya. Peace. Love ya.